We're here in the heart of Jerusalem, the heart of the capital of all the Jews in the world, and we actually have here United Hatzalah of Israel, where we have 24/7 volunteers who are sitting here in this room. It's the boiler room, we call it, and we respond to over 650 emergency calls every single day. So they get the phone calls here. We send out the volunteers here, and we have the best technology, literally the best technology in the world. It's called the Moskowitz Life Compass. And the idea behind the Moskowitz Life Compass is that instead of a volunteer sitting in his office, and he's a paramedic, he could save anyone around his vicinity, but if he wouldn't know about it, he would never be able to save this person. So he sits in his office, and instead of listening to a radio, a two-way radio like a walkie-talkie, he's actually has his phone in his pocket. And if something happens, he will get alerted by the Moskowitz Life Compass about every emergency happening around his area. So if a child is choking a mile away from him, so like I just got here a call, something just happened very close to here, in a bus stop, someone is unconscious. So I'm not going because we have volunteers who probably are responding who are younger than me, but I just said I'm not going, but other volunteers already got this call. The closest 5 to 10 volunteers, it matters what kind of call it is and what kind of emergency it is, they get the call. So this could actually get the closest people, but not only the closest people, but the most qualified people. If I need a specialist, a heart specialist, and a person's having a cardiac arrest, and you need someone who's a really specialist in these kind of situations, it would look not only for the closest people that know how to treat the patient, it would look the best people, and the one who have the equipment. I need a defibrillator, so it would look for the closest defibrillator for the area. So we have all these maps you see here, and we could see actually who's closest to every emergency, how fast they could go. It could see through traffic. We work with Waze, which is an Israeli technology, that the Waze could actually see the traffic. So if we get a call, I get directions by GPS how to get there. Don't have to lose time. Our response time now is 3 minutes, which is the fastest in the world. And we have similar like the Hatzalah in New York, Hatzalah in Miami, and Hatzalah in other places. Very fast response. All our work is for free. We don't charge anything. The difference between us and many other ambulance organizations, and we work with 140 ambulance companies in Israel, they all charge for their services. We don't charge nothing. We come, we treat the people. We even sometimes take him to the hospital if we have a free, ambulance available, but if not, we'll call another ambulance. They'll take to the hospital. We'll treat, we'll stabilize, and sometimes they don't even need to go to the hospital, because if a child is choking, he doesn't need to go to the hospital, he just needs to be saved. So if you treat him and you get there in time and he's able to stabilize him on the spot and he feels better, why take him to the hospital? The same thing with the older people. If you treat an elderly person and you don't want him to, you really don't want him to go to the hospital. Hospital is the last choice. If he has no choice, he has to go to the hospital. Sometimes you treat him, you make sure he's fine, tell him to go to the doctor, and then you save not only his life, you save a lot of other things. He could get sick in the hospital if he doesn't go for a good reason. So a lot of great things these organizations do, and last year we treated 207,000 people, which is a huge amount of people. About 25% of them were life-threatening situations. So about 40,000 people were in serious conditions like heart attacks, CVAs, car accidents, drowning, choking, and other situations where our volunteers, United Hatzalah volunteers, made a difference. And it's all because we have great people and we have great technology. And this is all thanks to the Moskowitz Life Compass and our ambucycles. You see our ambucycles all over the country. That enabled us to get there so quick. So thanks to the amazing volunteers you see in this room and the technology, we're able to get there and save more people.